The best news out there is boring news. So there are more boring news channels. The BBC to me is really, really boring. And there are here in the United States, there's PBS and NPR, and they're boring. They don't make me all angry and all upset. And the best, if you're going to watch consume news, you want to find the most boring one possible, because it means it is not trying to hijack your emotions. It means it's just trying to inform you. And that is the only news worth watching. It is ones that are boring. So I prefer myself to watch long form journalism, which means either books or documentaries. So I will wait. People easily watch 2 hours of news a day, easily.
Yeah, and in Israel even more. Every half an hour we have news.
So in 10 hours you can read a book. In 10 hours you can read a book. So 2 hours a day, 5 days, that's a book. So rather than me watching the horrible, terrible exit the United States had out of Afghanistan, and I caught little clips of video on that, and I saw a couple talking heads talking about who was right and who was wrong and how we screwed it up. I'll wait a year, and then I will actually read a book that actually interviews all the prime ministers, the generals, the defense secretaries, and they'll get to be the real story. Yeah. And then I will read a long 500-page book in about 10 hours that will tell me empathetically with real information in the way that I understand what really happened, rather than watching this sensationalized outrage machine every single day for 2 hours.
So we have
books are so much better.
Yeah, I totally agree. So Aaron Zershkovitz is saying that if everyone follows my idea, there will be no one to update me on the news. So Aaron is totally right, but I'm not sure that every news is so important. So maybe I need to not know about some of them. But I totally agree. I don't think that nobody needs to know what's going on in the world. I'm just saying that the way that we're consuming the news and what's going on is it makes us feel bad, and it makes us feel anxious and lonely and helpless. And sometimes when you're doing something, you need to be aware that there is something that you could do or not, but always feeling that nothing is, there is no hope. He says that I need to think positive. Erez says we need to think positive. Yeah, but how can you think positive, Erez? Because everybody's saying that everything is like around you, you cannot control. Everything is bad. Everything is sensation. Everything is really like they're overreacting, and you see it in Israel all the time. Like we had like half a year ago. In Israel, we had very bad weather, really bad weather, but we don't have hurricane in Israel, never ever, okay? And we had it was a bit windy, and we had some places we had snow, but not more than that. And they gave it a name, like Katrina, and there is a storm, and no, it's not. It's just windy weather, that's it. The fact that you call it's not Katrina, it's not. It was so... They're just trying to catch your attention.
If you are more committed to national unity than partisanship, please check out my book, The Second Civil War, A Citizen's Guide to Healing Our Fractured Nation. My book will challenge you to improve your relationships with friends and family. Click the link in the description below.